Hello, my lovelies. It's your girl, Clestine, the Purpose Coach with mypurposecoach.com. How you all doing today? Hope you had a great weekend. And listen, I have a guest today. As you can see, I'm not here by myself. Say hi,
Hi guys.
Robin.
Hi guys.
So, Robin Thrasher in the house. She's here to we're going to co-host this live today, and we're both excited. I know I'm excited. I'm sure you're
I'm
excited.
extremely excited. I'm counting down the days. It's
You are
August
counting
1st. We
today. I know.
17 days away. Like
I know
crazy.
it.
Yeah.
So you're probably wondering what we're talking about. So on August the 18th and 19th, we have been invited to be speakers at one of the Steve Harper events. And actually, Robin is a co-host,
I
right?
am. Yes.
Or
Yeah.
co-host. And this is the IGNYTE conference. And that's IGNYTE with a Y, IGNYTE conference. And this is the first Steve Harper conference that is a personal development conference. So, overall, you're going to be learning about your passion, how to ignite your passion, how to ignite your performance, and ignite your what personality, right? So that
Yeah.
you shine. I tell my clients all the time that God created us to shine, and some of us are just barely shining, right?
Barely getting by. Yeah.
So,
No.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I think a lot of people are stuck. I think we've been stuck for a while. So we're gonna get unstuck.
You're gonna get unstuck on Thursday and Friday, August the 18th and 19th. And
Yeah.
listen, as we go through, if you feel excited and you're like, this is for me, as we're talking, go to igniteconference.com. I'm gonna put it on the screen in a minute. So can you tell, first of all, my audience doesn't know much about you or who you are. So
Yeah,
why
they're like,
don't you
who's this
tell us
lady?
a little bit about you and your story, how you got to this point? I love stories. I don't know about you, but I do.
No, I do. I love them. So my name is Robin Thrasher, and I am a transformation coach. I actually transitioned into this role since COVID happened because I've been a fitness trainer for 26 years. So my story comes from a place of reverence for life and an urgency for life because I almost died. So, about 8 years ago, I was struck down with a really rare infection that went misdiagnosed for a good 6 to 7 weeks. And it wasn't until I was rolled into emergency surgery and they had realized the infection was creeping into my spine and my legs and my bones and my bloodstream. And it was a do or die. You have to do this. And they removed part of my spine and a little piece of my hip, and I've got like this dead leg and had to learn how to walk again. And I really believe God saved me then. I was not saved then. I did not, I was not living for Christ, and really wasn't probably another 8 years later before I was actually saved, but I believe that I was saved back then. So faith is a big driver for me in motivating and moving forward. A lot of people ask me, how do I do it with like learning how to walk again and missing part of my spine? And how do you be this like crazy Energizer Bunny fitness trainer? Go, go, go. And people complain about like their pinky hurts and they can't show up for a workout. And I'm like a tough love coach. And I'm like, it's my faith. Like God saved me when I didn't even know him. Imagine what he does, for your life when you do know him. And so that's a big driver for me. But really, it's just, I got a second chance at life. And that changes you. And it makes you show up differently. And it makes you show up with urgency in your life and priority. And it also helps you really check yourself a lot. In the fitness world, we say check yourself so you don't wreck yourself. Like you always want to make sure you're in proper body alignment. You'll use me. You guys are going to hear me use a lot of analogies and stories with fitness training. But really in life, we have to continuously check ourselves so that we're not wrecking ourselves. And that's what I've basically transitioned into doing, from owning a brick and mortar gym for 7 years. And making this business now about mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical fitness. So my clients kind of get the whole 9 yards with me. I mean, it's a combination of, it's just not about like doing some push-ups and going for a run for 30 minutes and eating healthy food. It's digging into your purpose and why are you here and what are your dreams and how much time are you spending daydreaming, and How is your mental strength and stamina? Like, can you keep up with life as it's happening to you, or do you get stuck and settle in it and make excuses or explanations of why you're not moving forward? And then ultimately, the emotional side of it for me is the bad stories we bring to the table. And I call it your BS, which stands for your bad stories, the limitations that you're saying, like, you're too old, or you're too tired, you don't have enough money, or your schedule's too busy, it's too crazy and too chaotic, and there's all these reasons why you can't move forward. And as you know, like, it goes, what you do, how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So, like, whether it's in your career, your relationships, your money, your bank account, your wealth, whether you're traveling, your physical fitness, your nutrition, it's all connected. So I kind of bring that to the table. But I think the big thing that I'm going to be bringing and showing up for at the Ignite conference is the urgency. The urgency on life, that tomorrow's not promised, and that we need to be in the moment now, but acting with what we have right now, what we can bring to the table in all aspects of our life, how we can do more and show up better and do it differently than what we've done in the past. So I'm really excited about that. I think that it's all connected, because if we're not taking care of ourselves, how are we supposed to show up for our businesses or for, our staff? And you're leading. No, if you have kids, you're leading. If you're in a relationship, you're leading. If you're a manager, you're leading. We're leading somebody. So I brought this idea to Steve months ago and was like, we need to do personal development. Like, these people are so focused on professional development and social. The last social media summit was awesome. I've actually implemented all of that. And I think that's the other thing. We go and we learn all of these things, and we get the dopamine hit of motivation, and then we don't follow through on it. Right. So I'm excited about sharing all of that. That's, I'm going to be a tough cookie. I'm going to bring the fire. So it's perfect for igniting your life.
I love it. I love it. And you and I have similar callings, because I'm known as the purpose coach, as you know. Yeah. But I help people discover their purpose, but then I help them to develop a purpose-driven business, right? So it's I focus a lot on mindset and learning how to transform and change your mindset, because a lot of times they come in with this mentality, and then you want to build a business with the same mindset that you had, right? And it's not going to work. And a lot of people come in with an employee mindset, and want to be an entrepreneur with an employee mindset. That's not going to work either. It's going to be a struggle, and you're going to be stressed, and you're going to find all kinds of reasons why something didn't work for you, or why you can't do something. So I tell my clients this all the time, that entrepreneurship, and if you look at like a restaurant, right? When you go to a restaurant, and for entrepreneurship and being an employee. So if you're employed, right, or have an employee mentality, and listen, we are not saying there's anything wrong with being an employee.
Right. Yeah, absolutely not.
Somebody has to be somebody, right? But what we're called to entrepreneurs. So we're always going to speak to entrepreneurs, right? We have a message for you employees as well, but we're speaking to entrepreneurs for the most part anyway. And so if you're an employee mindset and you're in the entrepreneurship industry, you go to a restaurant, you get the menu, you read the menu, right? You order your food, and then it comes to you in a plate. Yeah. And you get to eat. Now, entrepreneurs, we have to go into the woods.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, absolutely.
We got to take it home, clean it, cook it.
Yeah.
Then you get to eat, right? And that is the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So you can't sit at your table waiting for your food to eat. You got to go out and hunt for it. And that is the difference. That's the difference. And that was something someone shared with me when I first came into entrepreneurship. And I've never forgotten that analogy, because I think that just says it. So what we're going to be doing on August the 18th and 19th, not just us, so I'm going to share some of the others. Robin and I are going to share who the others are in a minute. We're going to be sharing how you can be the hunter, how you can have that employee mindset, that urgency, that performance spirit, everything that you need, so that you can be a success and it's not going to be such a struggle for you.
Yeah. And, I think one of the beauties in that, like, I love that story. I've never heard of it played out that way. That's great.
Feel
I'm going
free
to
to
steal
use
that
it.
and use it,
Yes,
and I'll give you credit
use it.
for it. Pass it on. It's, I'll share like a really quick story for you. I went to the dentist the other day and I got like just news. I just wanted to get my teeth cleaned. That's it. But I got news that it was unexpected. So how often does this happen, right? We go in with one expectation and then we get like handed something totally different. And it was just an astronomical amount of money of what needs to take place. And I'm thinking, oh my God, that like this is unexpected. And your initial is like shock, right? This has happened. But then as an entrepreneur, you're like, okay, what do I need to do to create this? And you instantly go into that like go mode as an entrepreneur and a visionary, and as well, I can build anything, I can create anything, I can make this happen. Whereas, maybe if you're working a different type of job, you're kind of stuck in that structure. So I think that's one of the beauties of being an entrepreneur is life can happen to you and you can take it and let it like sit on top of you, or you can go, all right, what am I going to do with this? How can I create something and make something out of this situation to improve, where I'm at and to continuously level me up? So,
Right.
I think that's just like one of the beauties and blessings that we have. While, yeah, it's hard to go hunting and, sometimes, but at the same time, it's up to, you got to be able to endure that. You've got to be like willing to go out there and get gritty. And I think that's like one of the coolest things that I've learned in the past 7 years owning my own business. Because before that, I was the employee, so I worked for big box gyms and I was, the manager or the rock star trainer, but I didn't have all the responsibilities of making sure that plate was full. So when you kind of have both sides to that, and you've been on both sides of the fence there, like it just allows your mindset to be able to like, all right, like the possibilities are limitless here. How can I turn this and create this into something better? So I'm excited about that. I hope we reach a bunch of people. Like just, I know that we've already sold like a lot of tickets and there's limited spacing there. So I'm not sure where we're at with that right now, but I know it's going to be a packed house. So lives are getting changed.
And I've been sending out emails and I've been talking about it in different places. So I, whoever's
right now like this.
Say that again.
There's nothing else right now in Tampa like this. Like there's some conferences in Orlando, but it's right here in Tampa. Like there's no excuse for like I've even been telling my clients, play hooky from work or tell your boss this is work related and get the day like covered as a work day, because you're going to go and learn and grow. Like if you're not like an entrepreneur yet, or maybe you have like that side hustle, or you are thinking about doing it, but you haven't taken that step yet. This is with 5 of us coming to the table. I can't even I'm bringing my notebook to sit down and take notes. So.
All right. So I have the, I put the flyer up there, but.
Well, we all know Steve.
We all know Steve.
Steve and I go way back. So I'll rip on Steve for a little bit here and see if he catches this later and comments for us. But I go back to high school with Steve, so I've known him quite a bit. And but he was actually one of my first coaches when I moved back here from Tampa to start my own business. When I went from employee to entrepreneur and business owner, he was my first business coach, and he's really helped me grow into that role of entrepreneur and business owner from being a personal trainer. And now he's really helped kind of see me grow and transition from those stages, now going into speaker and author and transformation coach and helping people grow outside the confines of when I was just in the brick and mortar. So he's really, helped me become more successful and reach more lives. I was stuck in my building. There might be some other entrepreneurs out there right now that are kind of confining themselves into a certain role, and they don't see beyond, where they're at right now, and they're kind of just stuck in their current situation. So Steve really brings the, lights a fire up inside you to go do something. Like if you need, that just like energy, you know how he speaks and talks, he gets you crying and then riled up and excited and then crying again and then excited again. And then he's like, oh my God, in your face with it. So he's just absolutely phenomenal speaker. And I know he's bringing some new stories to the table to share with us. So I'm excited to hear that as well.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, igniteconference.com, you can see that on the screen, IGNYTE conference.com. Just go there and register. Don't hesitate. There's probably a voice nudging you saying, this is what you're looking for. This is what you need. I was sharing with my clients, again, that I could teach you the methodologies, which I do, right? However, if the mind isn't right, if you don't have that entrepreneurial spirit, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. So let us share, not just me, let us share some of the other folk that would be there. So Cedric Harris, let me see if I can share this. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
You can't see us, but so we've got Cedric Harris, and Steve is a powerhouse and brings fire. Everybody he surrounds himself with, they're powerhouses and bring fire. So I feel honored that I'm a part of this whole event, and I'm sure.
Well. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's a powerhouse. He brings fire. Cedric Harris, he's a speaker, author, coach. He's a top network marketer. He's a top network marketer. So for those of you that are in network marketing and you're just like, oh, doesn't work, and it's only the people at the top that get the cream of the crop. No. It's all about your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about your mindset. It's all about what spirit you are bringing to the table. It's all about your performance level.
Yeah.
Right. And so Cedric is going to bring the fire, and he does no holds bar. He's not going to sugarcoat.
It's going to be a tough house. We're
sugarcoat, right? We're just going to tell it like it is, and that's what you need. All these excuses that we have in our heads, right?
Yeah.
And so, who's the other person? Robin.
Dr. Nicole. So she actually was one of Steve's superstars from his $100,000 handshake. So she's going to be awesome. I also know that she's got her own chiropractor business. And as well, she is, I believe, a former paramedic or firefighter. So she's got a great story that she's going to share with her, some personal insights that should inspire us for, those people, again, that want to take that step, that nudge that you were talking about. I call that the scream inside, that voice that's telling you to do more. And I think she's going to be bringing that as well to the table. So I'm super excited to, if Steve has claimed her and crowned her as a superstar amongst his coaching clients, she's got to be top notch. So I'm excited to hear her story as well and see what she's got to share with us. But I want to touch on mindset. We all kind of have different definitions of mindset, which I think is cool because it brings our unique personality to the table. Because it's almost like we're different styles of coaching. And I have some clients that when I first went from fitness training to mindset, that they thought it was a bunch of fluff. They just thought it was cheesy and fluffy, and it's not. It's really it's your attitude, like you said. And I really think it's your ability to shift and adapt and have an open mind to new perspectives and be vulnerable to allowing somebody to show your blind spots. So I think all 5 of us are the type of speakers that are transparent, that are going to be able to reach the audience in that way where we are able to give you perspective and thought-provoking questions to reveal some blind spots that will really give you more opportunities to ignite your life on fire, which is the whole purpose of this conference.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, a lot of people think it's fluff, but
it's not.
It's not. Experts agree that success, and the first person I heard this from was actually Tony Robbins, but since then realized he's not the one that came up with it. But success is 80% belief, 20% action.
Yeah.
We are, for the most part, most of us are taught that success is 80% action and 80% belief. So because of that, you now have to retrain your thinking.
Yeah.
And we're adults. So, we think, well, I'm adult now. This is who I am.
Here come the bad stories.
Have it your way, the Burger King motto that a lot of people live by. But listen,
Yeah.
until Christ comes, right? Until you go to sleep, right? Until
Yeah.
you expire from this earth, we can all learn and we can all renew our minds and we can all develop.
Yeah,
So that
absolutely.
80% action, 20% belief at this conference, we're going to flip that for you.
Yeah,
We're going
absolutely.
to flip that. Right?
Yeah. I think
And
that's the missing piece to a lot of people as well, is believing in themselves, having the faith that they can follow through, and that it can happen for everybody else, but not for them. So I think that's something that you'll walk away with, is if it's happening for everybody else, but this can happen for you too. And to be able to develop that mindset that why not you? Why not me?
It's all, you live with yourself every day.
Yeah.
The closest person to you is you.
Yeah.
And it's not what other people tell you that's a detriment, it's what you tell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes what we tell ourselves is it's that split second. So something happens and somebody tells you something, and in that split second, you either agree with it or you don't.
Yep.
And then you tell yourself that same thing. So you think, well, it's because of my mom, or it's because of what society did, or it's because of this and that. No, it's what you're telling yourself, because you are the closest person.
Yeah.
You are the one that has the greatest influence. It's the hardest pill to swallow. It took me years to swallow that pill. But now that the pill has been swallowed and I get it, I am so passionate about teaching it.
Right.
It's you, baby. It's you. So we're going to flip that formula for you. And, and hopefully by the end of it, you'll get it, and things will go differently for you in your career or in your business, right? So on the screen, Robin, I put for our audience where it's located and the fact that it's in person and virtual tickets.
Yes.
So, the date is there, October 18th and 19th. Listen, some of you already are checking out and saying, oh, I probably can't afford it, or I can't go.
Oh, no.
Just go to the website. Go to the website, read it for yourself. Just pray about it. Listen to those nudges. This is what you've been looking for. This is what you need. Listen, these need to be done like every quarter or so. So it's going to be at the Hill. Now, I have a global audience. So, hey, you're invited to come. If you want to fly in.
Oh, yeah.
Stay in the hotel. I would love to see you in person. I'd love to see some of my clients in person. So it's at the Hilton Holiday Inn in Lutz, Florida. That's just outside of Tampa. You can come in person, or you can take a virtual ticket. Either way. So we are eliminating excuses and reasoning as to why you can't come. All right.
None accepted. Yeah.
None at all.
Yeah.
So do you have anything else to add before we wrap this up?
No, I think a good point that you made, like trying to eliminate the excuses, is think about not the cost, because it's a giveaway. The value is ridiculous, but think about what you'll gain, because some people even think the cost not necessarily financial, because I think we're still doing tickets at $97 right now. So I mean, it's $197 value, and I think you can still get tickets today for $97. So but they think of time. I don't have enough time to do this, or I'm already too busy. Think about what you'll gain. Think about how it will change, like the gain, everything that you will gain from this. And it's one of the things, again, that I've learned through the fitness industry, is everybody thinks about the cost of waking up early and going to bed early, and the cost of healthy food versus Burger King, now that you threw it out there. It's think about your health and the years it'll add to your life, and how much progress, we're going to be talking about productivity hacks, boundaries. We're going to be talking about adversity and resiliency, opportunities. You're going to be talking about, there's people, I've got so many clients, Christine, that have no vision for their life. They don't know. They have everything in a perfect, pretty package. They've got health and a body, and they've got a great business, and they have everything looks picture perfect, but on the inside, they don't know what their dream or their purpose is. So if this is you right now, where you're just like, you look the pretty gift wrapped package, but on the inside, you're just not sure, you're going to be bringing how to unleash that, you know, how to figure out what your purpose is and what your dream is in life. And I think it's just something that will, if people start thinking about what they will gain rather than the cost or the time they have to take. And the fact that you're thinking about doing it means you should do it anyways. So if it's even a thought, I always think if you're thinking maybe I should do it, you know, like do it. Why not? You know, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be awesome. I know it's going to be awesome. It, you know, it's everything Steve, every event he puts on is absolutely amazing. I walk away with new knowledge and inspiration and motivation. So I know that's what we're going to bring, you know, nothing but the best. Oh.
I'm sorry, I was on mute. So I'm going to be digging deep into the mindset challenges that a lot of us have, because that is what keeps a lot of people from purpose, right? I want to really dig deep in that. But just to wrap it up, you're going to gain clarity at this conference. You are going to build self-confidence.
Absolutely.
We're going to teach you how to learn execution behaviors.
Right. Yeah, it's not just a bunch of talk, right? It's not just about, we're going to give tactical, like walk away, like immediate pain relief, short-term, long-term, like tactical, like tools and tips that you guys can use. It's not just a bunch of talking and fire and excitement. Like we're actually going to give you walk away with how-tos, you know, and then also to think for yourself, but really just those, I think that's what we need. So I think that's huge, is the execution on these behaviors. Like, how do I do it? I know I need to do something, but what do I do and how do I do it? So that's huge.
And the big one, helping you to overcome fear and doubt.
Oh yeah.
Right? So all of that things and so much more. So we're going to go, but listen, don't forget to go to IGNYTEconference.com. It's August 18th and 19th. So you have a couple of weeks. Hilton Garden in Lutz, Florida. My global clients and audience, you are welcome to come. I would love to hug you in person. But if not, wouldn't that be great? Yeah. Or if not, virtual ticket. You can still join me virtually. We would love to have you. So thank you, Robin, for doing this with me.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed it. So I'm excited.
We'll have to do more together.
Yes. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be great. And listen, remember, go to IGNYTE and we will see you August the 18th and 19th. And remember, you can't afford to be like everybody else.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Bye for now.
Bye, guys.